What's up guys, your boy Connor coming with you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about bags, saddlebags. What do you run? There's tons of options that you can look at. Today we're going to be talking about the Leatherpros saddlebags version 2. Now there's a couple of small differences from the first and the last. It's going to be the heat shield and a couple other things that just kind of reinforce some stitching and stuff like that. And I'm talking about minor differences. But the main thing that really attracted me to them was the fact that they were expandable as well as quick detach. Now, there's tons of options as stated previously when looking at saddlebags. I mean, you have the Thrashin, the small little saddlebags that actually pack a nice little punch that you can actually pack a fair amount of stuff inside it, as well as the Connellys, which kind of did a repop of these little T-Sport ones, as well as the T-Sport originals, and you have a couple other ones. Now, one of the things that I really enjoy about this is that they were, like I said, they were expandable, and then it's real quick on, easy off. The pricing is going to be about $6.99. And then with the all leather option, you're looking at about $8.99. They are a pretty big investment, but I mean, once you get them, there's no looking back. I mean, you'll think of like, man, what took me so long to get these bags? I had my eyes on these for a hot minute, but the pricing was kind of like, oh man, I don't know if I should invest in it. Finally, I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet, and I'm definitely glad I did. The main thing I really noticed was just the fact that how much you can put inside these bags. You can fit a lot inside of them without them expanded, but once you expand them, it gives you a whole lot more real estate to put stuff in. I always have a problem with overpacking. When it comes down to it, I mean, there's some little items, like when I have my backpack with my laptop, I kind of have to work it in there because I have a 17-inch height MacBook Pro, and so it still kind of fits near the top. I just kind of have to kind of cant it a little bit, and then I close the bags and it fits just fine. Now, the overall structure of the bag is going to be, you got a zipper up front, you unzip it, you re-zip it, it streamlines, it looks real good with the bike. There's not really sticking out to where it's like, oh man, that dude's got a big old bag, it's kind of ugly. Keeps the bike looking sleek, keeps the bike looking mean, and you also have the comfort of packing stuff, whether it be waters, extra shirts. When it gets colder in the summer with it being so hot, I like to pack a couple t-shirts in here, or if I'm just doing a quick trip to Houston, it can bring me for the weekend. I really enjoy these bags. Initially, when I purchased them, I was expecting to kind of have them on for trips and then leave and then take them off. For the longest time, I ran the Leatherpros as well as the Sissy Bar, and that provided so much room to have stuff. I would do the X-Fuel 80 bag, I would do these Leatherpros, I would put pretty much the stuff that I wanted quick access to, whether it be the phone charger, camera bag, you know, reflector, extra charger, snacks, waters, shoes, extra shirts, all in the Leatherpros, and the stuff that I didn't really need, pretty much my main luggage, like the towels, you know, some of the extra jeans I was gonna have for the whole week. I put them in the X-Fuel 80 bag that would sit right here, serve as backrest. If you're looking for a killer combo on package, on bags, is going to be the Leatherpros. Get yourself a Top Hat Adventure Sissy Bar, the X-Fuel 80 bag, get it from Hardcore Cycles. You can just go ahead and throw that on there, and you can just recline and enjoy your vacation, enjoy your trip out on the road. So it's made out of ballistic nylon, and it's got a little leather on top, and you also offer the full leather option. But your standard construction is going to be, you got some button snaps here on top. You're going to have one zipper which opens up the main compartment, and then you have a secondary zipper which opens up the expansion port. You can put your stuff in there, and then should you find yourself needing more room, you can use the second zippers, which are located closer to the outside portion of the bag, pretty much where the seam runs. And then you just go ahead and unzip it and expand the bags, and you have tons of room. I've only expanded them a couple times. And then as for the quick detach, it comes with 2 keys. You stick it in the key slot, twist it, unlock it, or twist it to lock it, and then you have this little tab. I'll show you a little close up here in a minute. You flip that once you've unlocked it, and then you have a handle on the inside portion close to the fender. You would simply lift that, and as you can see, it unengaged or disengaged the lock, and then you would just kind of finagle it out, and that's all it is. This is what the inside of the bag looks like. It's got a lot of heavy construction that helps protect the bags from the heat. You also have a heat shield located at the bottom of the bag for some of those exhausts that have the upsweep. You don't want to burn your bag. But here's the locking mechanism here in the rear. Pretty much what it is when it's engaged, you have this little coupling right here which holds on to this mounting bolt, and when you want to remove it, simply lift the handle. It's great for if you're going to be going on vacation, you're going to be staying at a hotel, this area looks a little sketchy, and instead of just leaving your stuff to fate out in the parking lot, you can either bring your bike inside the hotel or motel if you're on the first floor. If not, it's easy to remove them, and that way you can bring it with you inside the hotel, throw it in the hotel with you, sleep, get a good night's rest, have the peace of mind that your stuff is not going to get stolen. And in the morning, just go out a little earlier, put the bags back on. It takes real quick. We're just going to show you again. To place them back on your bike, simply lift up the handle. You're going to go ahead and line up the mounting holes with the bolts on your fender. Push down the lever. Once I actually line it up a little better, it's on there, and what you would do is retwist the little tab on the inside, Do that, get your key, and then you simply lock it. And so with locking, it prevents the handle from coming up, and so that way your bag doesn't fall off. Now, when you order the Leatherpros, it comes with 3 different bolts. It comes with the actual mounting hardware and a couple of, it comes with a 2.5, 2 3/4, and a 3-inch bolt. It has the instructions for it. It lists which bolts to use with what hardware, if you run the removable sissy bar, or if you run the hard sissy bar or no sissy bar. It also comes with a little spray bottle to kind of give your bags a little revitalization should they meet the harsh Texas sun. Wherever you're at, Arizona, you're also pretty hot out there, or just the elements, to where if they start fading, you can spray it and then it brings it back to life for just a little while longer, and you keep on. So what bags do you run? Do you like the Leatherpros? Do you run the Connollys? Do you run the Viking bags? There's Thrashing. There's tons of different options that may suit your needs a little bit better.